week. Monday is a new week.
I'm with JJ on this.
Because I do have to work on Sunday. Well, so do you guys. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So we'll be back on Sunday, but as far as like
celebrating a victory.
Right. Oh, of course. And we are going to start there on the Sports Den, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Was there today, actually.
Really?
Yep.
Good stuff?
Yeah, man. Yep. Cigars are hooked me up. Got me some good stuff. Some good whiskey.
Nothing like a couple shots in the afternoon.
I was in.
Get you going.
No, I was in the car in the parking lot.
Nice.
Before I got in here.
I actually
I'm not going to drive.
Harry Truman
just wait till I get here.
Used to wake up at 5 a.m., do some exercise until about 6, take a shot of whiskey, and then start his day.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
How long did he live?
80s. He also dropped 2 atomic bombs.
I mean, but back then to live in your 80s is the equivalent of like living to your like 110 now.
Yeah, that's true.
Life expectancy was like 58 back then.
I'll take 80. Man.
It wasn't that long ago.
I'm not going to turn 80 down.
So if somebody said you could have 80 sign the paperwork right now, you take it?
Yeah, I would just ball out.
Absolutely.
Live strong. But yeah.
JJ, is that still a fear for you since you quit smoking and you feel better?
Less so. But, I mean, I definitely still fear death. I wouldn't say fear because I know where I'm going. But I don't look forward to it.
But, it's still like in your mind.
I think about it. Of course.
I thought with you stopping smoking.
that would just end it.
That you would just feel better about.
Oh, like, I do.
Life.
I used to have chest pains all the time, and I'd be like, oh, that's natural.
That's natural at 29.
As a 30-year-old, that's fine. They disappeared, like, instantly.
That's good, man. How long has it been?
Couple months.
Wow.
I stopped counting.
That's awesome.
That's when you know you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Inside of the Quick Draw Rapid Testing Studio, COVID dominating all of the news.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're around it, or you've got symptoms, or you got just a feeling, get by Quick Draw Rapid Testing. 10 minutes and $40 is all it takes, and you can find out where you're at right there. QuickDrawRapidTesting.com. That's QUIK. 10 minutes and $40.
10 minutes and $40. You might need rapid testing in some places.
Right. That's next door. QUIK. QuickDrawRapidTesting.com. We'll get to more of that later. Le'Veon Bell has signed.
I'm not happy about that.
Why?
Not happy at all.
Because you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire on your fantasy team?
And I know that means he's like short yardage. They're going to give it to Le'Veon.
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, what has Le'Veon done the last couple of years? Anything?
In his defense, he's been on the Jets.
And?
They're an awful football team. Who has done anything on the Jets?
Well, I mean,
he hasn't had a 20-plus yard rush since 2017.
That was he held
crazy.
out in 18. Didn't and then 19 is with the Jets.
You still think he's any good?
I mean, I don't know, but I know they're not kicking the tires on him just to like not try. I hope he's not any good. Not because I hope he doesn't make money. I'm worried about the more important things. My fantasy football team.
Right. He's not paying your bills.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make as much. I don't really make as much money as you can.
What's the rap scene in Kansas City like?
Well, it's popping now.
It just got worse.
Got so much hotter.
I see that I'm in the nose.
It's the new Oakland now.
Bad, but they got
Pat's like,
1,000-yard rushers last year. You got me curious now.
I know one, Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, I'm curious about the teams they were on.
They probably weren't on bad teams.
There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, we had one on a bad
11,
team.
12, 13. 14,
He's in Tampa now.
16,000-yard rushers last year.
Oh, so about half the league.
Yeah. Tennessee, good. Cleveland. Nick Chubb was second last year.
Really?
Yeah. Carolina was bad. Dallas, Seattle. Well, Lamar's in there. That's crazy. Jacksonville, Oakland, Cincinnati. Minnesota, Indianapolis, Green Bay, Houston, Baltimore, Denver, and the Giants. Saquon Barkley is wasting away in New York, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. The injury ain't gonna help him.
Think about Saquon Barkley, like with what Derrick Henry's got working for him, or even
Took some years though.
Indianapolis, or something like that.
Him and Indy would be sick.
Yeah,
I don't know about Tennessee, but Indy.
That's why I
Definitely.
think Jonathan Taylor is going to have such a good start to his career.
I agree. Yeah, there was only one guy in the NFL that averaged over 100 yards a game.
Derek.
Yep.
I taught him that.
Whole different world nowadays, man.
Yeah, I mean that used to be like the measuring stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
One
Still
guy.
is, but I mean, not 100 yards a game. 100 yards a game is really good.
Passing for 300 used to mean something.
Yeah, now that doesn't.
No, that's like the first half. Yeah. Jags and Lions. What a matchup we have before us this week.
Mm-hmm. This is where the champions are made.
I mean, if
You can't get up for this.
you took it right out of my mouth. Don't have a pulse. I mean, this is what you work your whole life for as an athlete, to play in games like Jacksonville and Detroit in front of 12,000.
As a young man playing sideline pop in Rockbrook until I had grown up in Tallahassee, this was the game that we used to always imagine that we were playing.
I want to be Gardner.
The Jaguars versus the Lions.
Your neighborhood, it sounds like that's a cool name, Rockbrook.
It is.
Sounds like the hood.
Hey, but it's a cool name, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, definitely a cool name. Almost all the cool names are the hood.
Yeah,
That's how they get you.
that's what it is.
That's how they
That's
get
how
you
they
in.
trap me.
Yeah.
So when people are shopping around, moving from another city, they're like, "Oh, Rockbrook sounds lovely."
If there's a Gardens
Have
in the
you-
name, it's a wrap.
Have you seen the YouTube video, I think, of Eureka Gardens, the spoof?
Eureka
No.
Gardens.
Where they tried to make it seem like it was just like this really nice. That's not real, but it made it seem like it was really nice. And I'm like, yo, somebody's going to see this and be on a Mad Dance commercial.
Did you grow up in Rockbrook Estates?
Is that what
There's
it was?
always an Estates.
No. So, all right, here's what it was. So you have Rockbrook, which is the Rockbrook Apartments. There is a Rockbrook Estates, Crossing Brook.
Hold on, is Rockbrook Estates, are those double wides? Those mobile homes?
No, but townhomes, though.
Okay.
More like yeah. So like you have the apartments,
Mm-hmm.
the townhomes, the apartments.
Okay.
The townhomes that are right next to each other, and they're Crossing Brook Apartments, and that's really Crossing Brook is where my apartment was, but we call it the whole area.
Crossing Brook's not
Rockbrook.
nearly as cool as Rockbrook.
Not at all.
The name.
Not at all.
Oh.
But there was a brook, literally it was a cross, like a little bridge that you had to go across.
So there was a reason behind
I
the name.
guess.
I like it. I mean, I don't know. What do Jag fans want out of the Lions game? Where are we at here? I mean, do y'all want to win? What do y'all want to see? Do y'all want to? Are we talking draft position yet? Y'all confuse me. I don't know. I don't know what y'all want. I mean, I don't think that there's any way possible the Jags get the number 1 overall pick. So if you're not going to get the number 1 overall pick, at least win a couple games. Am I wrong on that?
No.
I think the Jets are on a mission for that number 1 overall pick.
Of course.
So if we're not going to get it, let's win a couple. And it better be this one. Because the schedule's not kind coming up.
But do you want to take yourself out of the quarterback sweepstakes completely, though?
What do you mean? You think Mac Jones going that high?
Fields, I would love that.
That actually would be kind of cool.
A friend of the show.
I am not.
Mike Jones.
Hometown kid.
I like.
Leading the Jags to a Super
I wonder
Bowl.
if it's because I'm just so enthralled with Trevor Lawrence that I haven't gotten into Justin Fields like that.
Oh, he hasn't
I think that's
played.
part of it.
But I'm interested to see him. And I know it's your boy, but Trey Lance is a hard pass for me.
It probably wouldn't go down with the fan base well here.
No, which means they're probably going to take him.
Yeah. Or Trask.
Nah, we're gonna get Brock Purdy.
They're going to trade up.
They're gonna go. They're gonna be like, it worked for us once. We're gonna go draft a guy in middle position and change the face of the franchise.
To Brock freaking Purdy.
Yep. Then his dad is gonna move here. They're gonna interview him on a lunch bunch all the time, and they're gonna get a double duty. They're gonna talk about
Does he have a
Chubba.
cool country dad?
Nah, his dad.
Because Flint Friday really rings like it just rolls off the tongue. It's good.
Dude, London sucks.
I mean, I really wanted. This is going to sound so bad. I really want to break this game down. No, I really should, but I don't want to. Does anybody, show of hands, who cares about Detroit Jacksonville this week? Yeah, y'all really care about that? The two in the production room both raise their hand.
I think it's.
I do. But it's
I
not
think
for
if the
Lions.
Jags go 1-15, that would be the craziest thing ever. This is like the last game I can see them winning in a while, right?
That actually could be really good radio. Like, think about how rock bottom it would be.
By the
I
way,
mean-
he said he cares because of his fantasy football team.
Oh,
was the
that
only
don't
reason.
count.
Yeah.
I care because I don't know when I'm gonna enjoy football. I'm never gonna take football for granted.
No, I'm with you. I didn't say I wasn't going to watch. I'm talking about content for the Sports Den right here, right now. Like, what do y'all want to talk about this game? I mean, what is there to talk about this game? Matt Stafford, is he elite? Like,
He's
that
never
happens
thrown a
every
touchdown
single-
pass against the Jaguars in his whole career.
Will he change? Well, and that's gonna
How many
change.
times
now.
has he played against the Jaguars?
How many times
Probably only a couple.
is CJ Henderson going to play like he did the first two games, or is he a duck? We need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Is the claw going to do pass rush moves on air? Have you seen the video? Not the one where he did it on air, but like it was bad.
Le'Veon Chason?
Yeah,
I just like saying his name.
like my man. You ever like with the big kid puts his hand on the other kid's forehead and they're like swinging?
Yeah, and he can't reach him.
It literally looked like that.
That's not good.
And that's who we drafted at 19. So I need to see if he's going to hit puberty in this game. Miles Jack, is he back? Will Taven, this is a recurring theme. Will Taven make the stat sheet? The people want to know. That's exciting.
Dude, I think
When we put that on our social media,
you could make the argument that right now Taven is the most productive defensive lineman.
smoothie.
That's true. He's in the top 3. Matt Stafford has played the Jags twice. They've won both games. This is weird that he hadn't thrown a touchdown because 2012 he threw for 285. 2016 he threw for 278. They scored 31 and 12, 26 and 16, and he didn't throw a touchdown. Do y'all believe this is if he throws a touchdown against the Jags, he's throwing one against all 31 teams?
Oh, wow.
Do you believe that he did not know that? Because he said, I did not know that yesterday.
Now he does, which
Now
is
I
a
know.
problem.
Do you believe that he didn't know that?
Yeah,
I
how would
believe
he
it.
know
He
that?
probably
I
just
mean,
assumed he already is done.
that's like something
mean-
only like Aaron Rodgers, like someone who's super obsessed with himself would know.
Yeah, I don't see Matt Stafford as that guy.
He's
at
a
all.
guy that's just there to get paid, man.
Yeah.
He hasn't cared about winning in his entire career.
Where does Matt Stafford rank on the all-time passing yardage list?
I bet it's top 20.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to think so, right?
We're about to find out.
And y'all know the question that follows that. Like, if you
No.
end in the top 10,
No.
Dude, anybody gets it. We do this all the time. That Hall of Fame, he's 18th.
yeah.
So by the time he retired, I mean, Vinny Testaverde's 15th.
Is
By
Vinny
the time,
Testaverde Hall of Fame?
no.
No, but I'm saying top 10 because he's only 8,000 yards. So he's 2 seasons away from the top 10. If we go through the top 10, I bet all of them are in.
Breeze, Brady, Manning, Favre, Marino, Rivers, Roethlisberger, Eli, Ryan.
Never mind.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's not. John Elway. Matt Ryan might be at the end of his career. If he would have got that ring, it would have been locked.
Right.
You know who's 32? Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Is he really?
That just shows like the passing stats nowadays mean absolutely nothing.
Mark Brunell's 43. Mark Brunell's ahead of Andy Dalton.
Really?
Yeah. Mark
I mean,
Brunell's ahead
Andy's
of,
back though. He could pass him this weekend. He only needs 1,000 yards.
I mean, Brunell played twice as long, but he's ahead of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's pace, he's going to end up in the top 10 like in the next 3 years, though. Randall Cunningham was 49th, and he played 16 years.
But he was a backup for a good portion of like the later parts of his career. He was exciting when he was in, though.
Yeah, looking at this list was crazy. Like, y'all are right. Like, I mean, the old school guys, like Joe Theismann is 74th. Jim Plunkett is 70th. Huh.
Jim who?
Get
that concrete the plunk out of there.
Nicely done. Michael Vick, 96th. Where's Blake Bortles? Trent Dilfer, 108. Jameis Winston, 112. Jameis Winston, oh, you want to get fired up? Let's compare career earnings between Jameis Winston and Sam Bradford. Jameis Winston is ahead of Sam Bradford already in career passing yardage. And Sam Bradford made literally hundreds of millions of dollars.
But Sam Bradford is the GOAT. Or his agent is.
His agent is. Blake Bortles, I found him, 127, ahead of Dak Prescott.
Depending on what happens with Denver, he could be moving on up.
I'd love to see him play. But Locke came back, though, to practice.
What do you think about
that?
Him?
Would be a fun game, by the way, is to have us guess like who's ahead of who on that. That file that away for off season.
As a quarterback guru, what do you think about Drew Lock?
I love Drew Lock. Like, he's
certainly impressed me.
Yeah, like really good arm. Really good arm. I think he's gonna have a good career. The last one that goes 250 deep, Jim Miller. Jacoby Brisket, 246.
I thought it would be higher than that, but that's cool.
Nope,
He played like one season.
6,400 yards.
I mean,
yeah, I know. Text line. I'm just asking the question about Stafford. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer. Y'all calm down.
What do Georgia fans think about Matt Stafford?
That's a good question.
He's not a guy you hear a lot of them, talk about.
Boy, Matt Stafford was like Mr. 5-star in high school, though. Like he was.
He went to high school with Clayton Kershaw. You ever heard that before?
Actually, I did not.
What?
No, I didn't know that.
They talk about it ad nauseum on all these broadcasts.
No, I actually did not know
Wow.
that. I mean, I remember like how big of a prospect Matt Stafford was. Like he was the first like guy that actually panned out who was such a big prospect. And he's the first overall pick. Like people were saying he's going to be the first overall pick like his sophomore, junior year of high school. I mean, Georgia, like by today's stat lines, he wasn't very good. He's the number one overall pick. And get this, his career passing stats at Georgia, 57% completion, 51 touchdowns, 33 interceptions. He'd have been benched in today's day and age.
Stetson, get in.
Oh, absolutely. His freshman year, he threw for 7 touchdowns and 13 picks. His sophomore year was 19 and 10. Like, he would have been benched.
Nowadays, if you don't come in as a freshman and immediately produce,
Yeah,
it's like they give up on you.
You're in the transfer portal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I wonder who the running backs were on those Georgia teams, though. Or even what their records were, 06, 07, 08. That was after you, right?
yeah. I was 05.
We got to take our first break.
They were pretty good, though.
Were they? I mean, there's Mark Riggs.
9-4.
9-4 and 06.
Yeah.
We got to take our first break. We'll come back and get to some of this, unfortunately, COVID talk. That's all around NFL, college, all around. Is Nick Saban going to be able to pull this off? Like, is he going to be able to make this happen? Is he going to find a way to be there in person or in spirit on Saturday night? We'll talk about that coming up next.
Big making the game last a little longer.
Join me, Hacker.
And me, Leon Searcy.
The window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. Presented by Donato's Pizza. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day. On the home of the Jaguars, 1010XL.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. I'll tell you about them every single night. That's where I go. You should go there as well. I'm telling you from experience, like the best of the best doctors around. My issue was knee. I avoided it forever thinking I was going to need surgery. I didn't need it at all. I needed some physical therapy, and that was 2 years ago, and I'm still good to go now. They're not going to just operate on you to operate on you. That's what I love about Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Stop living in pain. Get in there, see what they do, see if they can help you. That's se-ortho.com.
Payday is an important day for most of us, but then you get hurt on the job and you miss a paycheck. Then you miss another one. Then you learn there's a dispute over your workers' comp benefits. That's when you call me, Eddie Farah. I don't like it when someone gets hurt and the company they've been loyal to messes up an important event like Payday. It's your money. I hope you fight for it. Call me at 396-5555. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family. Jacksonville.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, things may have gotten tougher lately. You're probably looking for savings wherever you can find them. So you may be surprised to hear that most small businesses overpay for workers' compensation insurance. Many insurance companies just aren't set up to give small businesses the savings they deserve. But Pi Insurance was created to change that. We serve small businesses exclusively, and we can save you up to 30%. You owe it to yourself to find out if you're overpaying. Just get a quote right from your computer or smartphone at trypi.com. Pi Insurance is a no-brainer. With our simple online experience and outstanding service, we're rated excellent on Trustpilot by our customers, who tell us Pi is fast, affordable, and easy to work with. As easy as pie, in fact. Savings matter now more than ever. Isn't it worth taking 3 minutes to find out if you're overpaying for workers' comp? Ask your insurance agent for Pi Insurance or get a quote today at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Lauren Brooks here. If you're not making fresh seafood at home, then here's a few reasons why you should be. 1, there are countless health benefits. 2, it's much less expensive to prepare at home. 3, it's easier to cook seafood than you think. If you want the best quality seafood, go to Fisherman's Dock. They'll even tell you how to prepare and cook each selection.
Fisherman's Dock, where seafood lovers shop. Fisherman's Dock, the ultimate seafood shop.
As an investor, what do you get from a discount broker or mutual fund? Not much. But if you're seeking planning, financial architecture, direction, and personal interaction, we're a fee-based, independent, credentialed financial advisor. We are Capital Dimensions Wealth Management, a Jacksonville-based firm that performs in-depth analysis and on-site interviews with companies globally before investing our clients' money. If we can help, call 730-3877 or drop by our office on University Boulevard. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
It could get a little warm on the Roof It Right hot seat.
Would you mind not breathing fire on me?
When players and NFL experts join Jaguars today from 10 to noon on 1010XL. Roof it right so you can sleep at night.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them a solution fast. Now, who are we? I can't hear you. Now, that's what a winner sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reach Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
McKeever Clinic is home to the first advanced prostate cancer center in Jacksonville. This is Dr. West, urologist at McKeever Clinic. Our clinic is staffed with 2 urologists that specialize in advanced prostate cancer care and management. You'll also have a dedicated nurse navigator that will coordinate timing, medications, insurance, and patient assistance. We're conveniently located off AC Skinner Parkway on the south side. Contact our specialists at McKeever at 355-6583 to discuss your treatment options.
Big news from Captain's Choice Tackle. We now have a new website, captainschoicetackle.com.
Yeah, so now if you want to purchase our hand-tied rigs, such as pompano rigs in 5 different colors, whiting rigs with J-hooks and circle hooks, offshore bottom rigs, whether it's single or double, kingfish rigs, you name it. If you go to captainschoicetackle.com.
Hey, folks, don't forget, though, you can still purchase our rigs at numerous locations, such as Oldest City Bait and Tackle, Janung's Bait and Tackle, Bemis Tackle, and, of course, Strike Zone.
Kevin.
Well, buddy.
Buddy, you missed a couple. Come on, man. Also available at Palm Valley Outdoors and Hagen Ace Hardware in Green Cove Springs.
So if you want to fish with the best hand-tied rigs, you can still find us at some great stores. Oldest City Bait and Tackle, Janung's Bait and Tackle, Bemis Bait and Tackle, and of course, Strike Zone, Palm Valley Outdoors, and Hagen Ace in Green Cove Springs, or just go to captainschoicetackle.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got to do.
We should have expanded rosters on fantasy football.
Due to the COVID.
Right. Right. Because I was able to put Cam like in that COVID expanded roster thing they have. You know we have that, right?
No, I didn't. I was wondering what those slots were.
That's
for.
what those are for. If somebody
What website?
NFL.
Oh.
So I can put anybody there, or they gotta
have COVID.
Oh, okay.
That's been.
But now they're making me take him out, and I don't even, because he's been cleared, and I don't even know like if he's gonna play. I've got half my dang team on bye week this week. Like, if I feel like they should give us, especially with the new NFL rules,
which we should talk about.
Yeah, we're going to right now. NFL Chief Medical Officer Dr. Alan Sills announced today that symptoms such as cough, sore throats, and stuffy noses will be reasons to send someone home for the day in the NFL. Even if they have a negative test that day, they're going to hold that individual out of the facility. Says, when in doubt, we're going to go with the most conservative approach. So your favorite fantasy football player could come down and have
a cold.
Yeah, and be out.
I mean, you got to watch it. That's how it starts.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No,
actually,
you don't have.
JJ,
nobody
shut up. Hold on.
I
JJ,
know
hold on.
that had COVID
JJ,
had a stuffy runny nose.
JJ, can you talk?
Like, dang,
it literally
dog,
happened
so
to Florida.
about this.
The linebacker literally took a test on Thursday, said, I have a stuffy nose and a headache. They thought it was allergies. He tested negative, then he tested positive on Saturday.
Literally 5 people I know that have had it that work here. No one had a stuffy nose.
I'm telling you why a whole team has got 21 people negative.
I don't care.
I
had COVID. I know 5 people that had COVID. None of them had a stuffy nose. So I don't care what the guy at Florida said.
Let me read the list of symptoms. Fever, chills.
Yes, that's different.
I just started.
No, I wasn't laughing.
Fever, chills, cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headache, of course, the loss of taste or smell.
Yeah, so all
sore
those.
throat, congestion or runny nose.
It's any of those.
Nausea or vomiting or diarrhea.
What? Literally everything.
I mean, some of that stuff, if you're really thinking about it, not for the COVID part, like just to send you home, but if you have the flu, it would be nice to not, like, to go home.
Here's my question.
That's the new normal. That's what they're making the new normal. If you have a cold or the flu, you're done.
Well, here's
it's
my question.
A wrap.
But here's my question.
We don't care if you test negative.
What if I have a sore throat and a runny nose, and they send me home? I test negative. They send me home, and the next day I have it again, and I still test negative, and the next day I have it again, and I still test negative. Like, how many days? Like, there's got to be an end to that.
I'm sure it's like, if you were cool, if you didn't have anything on Monday and on Tuesday, now you have something. I think that's a rational precaution.
No,
Now, when
I'm
they
saying the
send
other way
people-
around.
No, I'm saying when they send people like because you have that and they send you home for 10 days without even asking if you had. No, I don't think that's rational.
Because like I'm in between. Like I agree in theory with what JJ's saying because we've all had sore throat, runny nose, or
Right.
something like that during this time. You automatically think it's COVID. You go get tested and it's negative. You never had it. So the odds are you don't have it because still it's like 5% of the people get tested have it. I get that. But I also respect that they're doing this just based off what Florida just went through. But if you have this for 2 or 3 days and you're still testing negative, then you got to be able to play.
Right. No, so they're saying you can't play. I thought they just send you home. If you don't test, if you
test negative and you come to the facility with this, you cannot play. Like you're out that day if it's game day.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I think they'll suck it up on game day and just tell you that they're straight.
That's the other question. Is there a person?
Take the allergy stuff. And then,
is there a person walking up and going, "You have a stuffy nose," or is it self-report?
I think it's got to be or unless self-report or a teammate might report. It's not something where they have a guy like that checks your uniform.
I just heard somebody sneeze.
Like
that's what's gonna happen.
I won't lie though. When I sneeze, like sometimes, like it's not as like you eat some. Yeah, you eat something or something like just. If I smell perfume, like I'll sneeze the first time. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I hope nobody thinks. No, I'm not worried about me. I know I don't have it. I'm more concerned about the people around me. I don't want them to be
thinking that
to jump me because I just gave them because they think I'm giving them something.
Well, here's the problem with all of this though is like Florida really is a problem. University of Florida really has caused an issue here. Because it showed, we made fun of Georgia Tech busing down from Atlanta to Tallahassee on 12 different buses?
Right.
Florida showed the issue with the whole air traveling to another place. And don't get it twisted. They are the reason this rule came out today. Like they are the single reason because it was like 2 dudes.
Just to their defense,
that tested negative had a runny nose.
They did everything
the
right.
only guys in the history of COVID. Yes.
And Florida did everything right. The kids did everything right. But because they were on a plane.
But don't you think if they were on a bus, they would still?
No, because there would have been like 12 different buses. It wouldn't.
It might not have got 21 guys.
Right.
Oh,
that's what it's
just everybody around them.
Right. Right. Like, and here's the other thing though. But there should be some. What's the word I'm looking for? Some comfort in this too. If nobody at Texas A&M tested positive, if you had 21 guys that had it at Florida,
see the stat sheet of that guy.
If you had, well, there's 21 of them. So if you had 21 guys that had it and you played a full game against another team and nobody from the other team has it, then that's also should be a little bit of a relief. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, or Jimbo's just saying bump it.
Which I would believe that.
I don't want y'all to know if we have it or not.
But yeah, they're wearing helmets. I mean,
actually, JJ, that's
you can't
true.
Get it with sweat.
No, it's
no.
It's like
I don't know. I'm asking.
Well, it has to hit here. It has to hit opening for the most part.
Yes.
Like your mouth,
it's
your
airborne.
nose, eyes. That's where they're
all this wiping down stuff. They already figured out that's all BS. You don't get COVID from that.
Like I see how a teammate could get it, shake hands, don't wash your hands right away, blah blah blah. You're right around each other. But like if you're just playing in a game and you guys are hitting, unless you got your mouth open when the sweat comes in, that's disgusting.
You say that's hot.
You're going around sniffing the guy like that's
$40 in 10 minutes.
I mean, a lot of bad stuff happens in the pile, but. I would freak me out if a guy just sniffed me. Like I would be like, "Yo, just chill out."
At least gouge my eyes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Nobody. Obviously,
does
nobody's
that happen, by the way?
Yes, nobody's eyes got gouged, so that's
savage.
cool. Nobody reached for them. They'll grab your berries.
Well, in fairness, though, then maybe that's a bad game to judge because neither team tackled the other one.
That's true. That's why there's social distancing.
That's what Dan Mullen needs to come out and say. That's the reason we played poor defense.
Grantham's like, it's a game plan all along.
Yep, I was just looking.
I heard there was stuffy noses on the flag.
40
looking at the health of these young men. I'm a hero. Give me a medal.
4D chess it is.
But with that being said, I mean, We're getting closer and closer, I think, to some type of bubble in the NFL, which is going to be a stoppage in play to get everybody in there. I don't know what's happening in college football. I have no idea, because here in Florida, like our case numbers are still down, but if you go to other parts of the country, it's massive. I guess parts of the country where it started to get cold, I guess. But here in Florida, it's like the case numbers are as low as they've been, aren't they?
I stopped caring.
Yeah, no one
when
cares,
they start saying
dude.
that you don't really have to report, like it doesn't matter. And again, I'm kind of with a lot of the people, like I'm with the JJs of the world stuff. Like I want to know if ain't nobody really dying like that.
Are any of them even getting sick? Honestly, we hear about like hundreds of college kids every week getting COVID. They're right back. There's a million athletes that have it. It's like,
Yes.
it's almost makes me think that we could play through this. Call me crazy.
I'm speaking from firsthand knowledge of this, but I also recognize the numbers on this. I do know a guy that I train who is in really bad shape, like has had it for a month and has lost 35 pounds.
Jeez.
Still can't eat. Has had a migraine the entire time. Oxygen levels low.
I mean,
like, so that's, but see, here's the thing about that. He's not counted as a hospitalization because he's not technically in the hospital. So to answer your question, I've known 50 guys that have had it. He's the only one. So I understand the numbers.
Like he said he had it. DJ lost 20 pounds. He couldn't afford to lose 20 pounds.
Yeah, but,
The
again, like,
LSU
it's a
linebacker
small
lost.
percentage.
Yeah, but it's like this. I had a teammate that I think when people say it's like the flu, I think I get it. We probably shouldn't say that. There is a virus that's less likely that doesn't affect a lot of people. That it is more like what we were just talking about, the kissing disease, mono.
Oh yeah,
it's more like mono.
mononucleosis.
So like, I remember having a teammate that had mono. He was out for 6 weeks. He basically missed the season. All I heard was this. I was like, "Dang, you was kissing a girl."
The Jets quarterback.
And you
Darnold. Yeah,
but you could. It's you don't have to die, but if you don't, if you don't take it seriously, you can. But everybody I know who ever had it,
mono affects you longer. I feel like most people that have mono, it's a couple week thing. Most people that I know that had COVID, it's like a couple day thing.
Again, the numbers, you're right. Again, the sheer statistics tell us that very small percentage of these college guys are affected the way that the guy that I have mentioned earlier are. But it does happen. And I don't know where I fall on it. I honestly don't.
I just don't want to get that part. Kind of I'm mad that I don't have the antibodies because I don't ever want to get it. And I don't ever want to find out how bad it is. But
you could have no symptoms. Like a lot of these guys are asymptomatic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Literally don't know they had it.
I think from what I read earlier, almost all of the Florida guys are asymptomatic. Like, I mean, other than the runny noses.
Yeah.
God forbid.
463 said, when did it come out that they were tested negative, then got on the plane? I heard earlier on the station that the two players didn't tell them about their runny nose and got on the plane.
Yes, that's how it went.
That's exactly how it went. Now, on Thursday.
Now, break it down.
On Thursday is when the player, man, I gotta look up his name. Anyways,
don't even need to say his name.
Yeah, starting line, but he put it out there. Yeah, I wish. Just joking. But anyways, on Thursday, one of the linebackers basically said, "Hey, I have a runny nose." They told him, just chill out, and they gave him a test. He tested negative. And then when they went on the plane, played the game. They all tested after they came back. He tested positive, and then that's when all of the cases started to come through, and this ran through the program. And it's a lot of guys who didn't test. Most of the team staff and everybody else tested negative.
I don't know what you do. I mean, I'm not trying to take up for because it's Florida. I would say this about anybody. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, how could they have done anything differently?
You can't.
No, I think that's why when I said this is just bad luck. Like they did what one of my sources said here's the problem that happened with all of it is that he opened his mouth saying we want 90,000, and we were
Terrible timing.
And you just did all of that, and he was just like, Murphy, they're never going to forget that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And now you got
It's
this
too
game
hilarious.
canceled. You got this game canceled. The rumor sources are saying the Missouri game is going to be moved to October 29th. A lot of other stuff
Like it's just the next week. Which was their bye week.
Bye week. Yeah. So, but it's just so many other things that are moving forward, and
so the Georgia game won't be affected.
As of now,
yeah.
Okay.
That
I thought for some reason I thought Georgia was on Halloween this year.
No, it's November 6th or something like
good.
that. Whew. How many? Wait, because Missouri's not playing this week either, right?
They're supposed to be playing Vanderbilt, but they're not.
So did they just happen to have the same bye week that Florida had?
I thought that all the SEC built in the same bye week, or maybe I'm wrong about that.
See, their bye week was supposed to be the 7th. So I guess, okay, so, well, that's weird. Because they're scheduled to play Kentucky the 31st. Missouri is. I wonder how they're doing this. I mean, in hindsight, like the SEC was kind of smart doing the 2 bye week thing.
Oh, yeah.
What happens with because isn't the Big Ten going straight through?
They probably don't have enough weeks.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to get it done.
That ain't happening.
Do you think that guy being the commissioner of the Big Ten is secretly glad that some of this is coming up, so he don't look like such an idiot?
No, he would wish that they would have canceled. Like,
yeah, that's what his wish.
The fact that these games are just postponed and being played later on, he's got to hate
what
that.
he's hoping is he
almost makes him look dumber.
What he's hoping is one more week, like not like next week, like the next week's games have to get and you run out of weeks before you have this. Like, so he's like, I still got time for it to be right, but each week, it's like, man, these cats getting stronger by the day.
The herd immunity is kicking in.
He's like.
And he also knows that, like, the fans down here are more willing to be like, oh, they got COVID, I don't care, play. The fans up there probably don't feel like that, just based on Twitter and TV and everywhere. It seems like certain places people think one way about COVID, and certain places people think another way. And I think up north it's a lot different.
Can y'all help me with math here?
Okay.
We got a text from 874. Said COVID is still going strong in Florida. Just under 750,000 infected. Nearly 16,000 dead. That's 1 in 47 dead. It's not going anywhere.
1 in 47?
1 in 47. There's 21 million people. 22 million people.
You're high, sir.
I think they're talking about the one.
Your fake ass stats.
People who are dead. 750K. I hate when people say that. Like 750,000 sounds like, oh my God. It's like 750,000. It's like this.
200,000 Americans have died since March. It's like, okay, is that a big number or a small number? I'm not even sure.
Roll that up.
I certainly don't
it's 1
care.
in 47.
No, what I'm saying,
but no, he's talking about the people who actually have it. 1 out of 47
That's
people who
not true. 99.6% of anyone with COVID survives, sir. You're full of it.
If 750,000 people contracted it.
There were 745,000 cases in Florida. I'm looking at it now. 15,735 deaths.
Okay. Like if I mean, yeah, across the board, across the nation.
So that's 2%. 2% of people that have
when you take that and then you.
But of the population, it's like such a small number.
Yeah.
These are people that have tested positive as well.
Right.
Who knows? All the people that had it didn't test at all.
Right.
Yeah, I always say
you're not
this,
scaring us,
like
sir.
2%. Like there's a 2% chance that I could have made it in college and played in the NFL. I made it. Most people don't. We can play the 2%. I bet on the 2%. If I can choose the 2%, life is a lot easier.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
I guess you and I are calculating the 2% differently.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying what
I'm
you
saying
say.
From the total population.
That's what the 2%.
No, that's what I like because I'm part of the population. Like I don't know.
I would take that. Like I would go with that, but it's just interesting. I mean, whatever. People don't care about it. Cool. It's a lot of things I don't care about that I still operate accordingly.
Yeah.
But I do know that what I do care about, and what I know most people who listen to this show care about, is sports. And I want, and if
We
this
want
is
football.
and I want football, and if I don't want to take it away. I didn't care when basketball got taken away. I didn't care when baseball got taken away. But damn it, I'm gonna be really grumpy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If football gets taken away because we couldn't wash our ass and our hands a little bit, like just
if football got taken away because 0 players died,
that would piss me off too. That would I'd be pissed off across the board, around the board.
Yeah,
but
remember when that kid at Maryland died and we literally didn't care and all played? Remember when all those kids die in training? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Around America, it's not we were like, oh, we got to just stop playing. This is outrageous. We have people die every single year in high school. Multiple. All the time.
Yeah.
Like, his football. We saw Dak's ankle literally bust through his leg, his skin.
We didn't. Some of us didn't watch it.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
That's fine. These guys get concussions. That's fine. All that's fine. But like, oh my God, might have trouble breathing for a night. They might have a fever.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else with that text, bro.
I just hate that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the whole thing. Like, tired of talking about it on sports radio. I'm tired. It stinks.
And we're supposed to be angry at Dan Mullen. Like, give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be.
Blow that smoke somewhere else too.
How
dare him want people in the crowd? Doesn't he?
I mean, he shouldn't have said that. He really. I don't think that's arguable. Like, he should not have said that. That was ill advised.
Why not?
It's not his decision.
I agree with that.
It's not his decision, and nobody has done that yet. And I mean, that was a silly statement to make.
The governor
especially after
did say that you could fill these stadiums.
I know he said it, but nobody's done it. And it's like, especially after you just lost. Like, just the whole
basically
optics.
he blamed.
So when
he
is it
blamed
appropriate
noise.
for them to have fans?
That's not my job.
Not when you blame noise for a loss and then say you need the fans.
I understand the lost part. That's not what I'm talking about.
I mean,
I get why he said it. But
right
to
now.
just be like, well, that's terrible for someone to say. It's like, really? Yeah, we're not like bussing in 90,000 people who are unwilling to do this. They're not slaves. These are people willing voluntarily to go to a game. Is that so insane?
It's not my job. I'm not saying it's insane or not insane. It's not. I literally don't. That's not what I get paid to do. I mean, I have no idea. I mean,
I just don't think he was terrible for saying something that the law literally was just passed that week, or whatever you want to call it, that said you could do that.
We got to take a break. We're way behind. Way behind. Y'all want to talk Georgia, Alabama?
Of course.
Is that where we want to go? And we hadn't even talked anything about Florida State. Like, basically
Good,
all
let's
week.
just keep it that way.
All right. We'll get Florida State if we can. Georgia, Alabama coming up next.
The biggest college football game of the year, and you will hear it right here Saturday night. Georgia, Alabama. Our coverage begins at 7. College Football Saturday is brought to you by Community First Credit Union and Travis Cummings and the Bailey Group.
Baloo here for Russ Voris, State Farm, the #1 auto insurance company in America. Why not be with the #1 agent in America? That's where I go, russvoris.com. Now, at State Farm, they do the most auto and home policies of any company in America. Why not package it together? That's right, your auto and home insurance all in one policy. Superior service, product, and great rates. Visit russvoris.com. So again, for the very best in auto and home insurance, visit State Farm. That's russvoris.com.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists invites every school and every athlete to the free Bumps and Bruises Clinic Saturday morning. Join Dr. Kevin Murphy, Dr. Aaron Bates, and Dr. Chris Swanson at the Brooks YMCA from 8 to 9. Atlas Physical Therapy on State Road 210 and in Fleming Island at Preferred Physical Therapy from 9:30 to 10:30. It's absolutely free. See you there.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Baloo here for Shinatri Chiropractic. You know, I had neck surgery. I have back pain, going there all the time for adjustments. Even fell down coming out of the shower, injured my tailbone. Fixed me up wonderfully. They're the official chiropractor for JU Athletics.
effective diagnosis and treatment on the lower back or neck pain. If chiropractic adjusting isn't for you, they have acupuncture and dry needling for your pain and tension. What a friendly staff as well. Call them 743-6700 at 2711 University Boulevard.
All offers are with approved credit and not an injunction. See dealer for complete details. Jeep Adventure Days.
Celebrate the 80th anniversary of Jeep and set a course for savings when you purchase your next new Jeep at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington. Drive a brand new 2021 Compass and save up to $5,000 off MSRP. Every new Cherokee is sale price to move from up to $7,000 off. Get a new Renegade from just $139 a month. Save thousands on Gladiator and Grand Cherokee. See our inventory at #1cjd.com. Drive a new Charger from just $329 a month. Take advantage of 0% financing and make no payments for 90 days. A little hiccup in your credit? No problem. Our lenders want to make you a new car loan. We won't be happy with anything less than 100% credit approval all this month. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington. Fast and friendly service you can count on. 9600 Atlantic Boulevard, right across from the Regency Square Mall.
If your business has been impacted by COVID-19, the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF has special assistance available now. The SBDC provides confidential, no-cost consulting services from professionals with real-world experience. They have the resources that your business needs to recover, rebuild, and grow in today's environment. Learn more at www.sbdc.unf.edu/cares. www.sbdc.unf.edu/cares.
Stay connected to Gainesville with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go, Gators!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
A big win for the Florida Gators.
Get your Gators on 1010XL.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
If you're a business owner, property manager, or run a restaurant or hotel, are you tired of your garbage company raising their prices with hidden fees? What if you could add to your bottom line and declare your freedom with the exclusive fixed price guarantee at Freedom Waste Management, a family-owned, locally based waste management company? Visit freedomwastemgt.com to talk to an expert and lock in your fixed price guarantee, premium service, and competitive pricing. That's Freedom Waste Management.
Jaguars fans, let's tackle social injustice together with Selfies for Change. Visit TIAAbank.com/selfies for change to take a virtual selfie with a Jaguars player and unlock a $5 donation to the Jaguars Foundation to help fight social injustice. Share your photo on Instagram or Twitter using #selfiesforchange so more fans can be part of the movement. Join us today at TIAAbank.com/selfies for change. TIAA Bank is the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is a Sports Den coming to you from the Quick Draw Rapid Testing Studios. Quick Draw Rapid Testing, QUIK, quickdrawrapidtesting.com. You can go there, get all the information, 8-hour hand sanitizer. You can go there, get tested, $40. 10 minutes later, you're driving off with your results. Right off of St. John's Bluff. You don't have to wait in a long line. You go right in there, $40, 10 minutes. Like, what are you waiting on? If you're worried about it, go get it done. You blow $40 on, never mind. Never mind. What has the line for the for the Georgia-Alabama game done since the news of Nick Saban? Has anybody heard?
It's still,
because Vegas is pretty
3.5,
smart,
right?
It was 6.
It was 6. It's what now?
Give me 1 second.
I mean, there's no way. Like, I don't understand the whole Zoom coaching thing. Like, people are saying he should be able to coach through Zoom. How do you do that?
You can't do that. That's illegal. That's
No,
why
I know
Norvell
that, but
couldn't
people
do
are
that.
saying it shouldn't be illegal. But I'm
4.5
saying, how do
points.
4.5? So it has come down.
Yes.
How do you even do that? Like, how would you? How would one do that?
Someone
Like,
texted a picture today of, remember in school when they brought the TV in on the cart?
Yeah.
And it was just Saban on the
Oh,
TV.
I
Yelling.
mean, it is like it is a dumb rule.
No, it's not, because just imagine what you can imagine how when we talk about watching the game from the field and from home, you get more angles, you can see more things, you have an advantage that the other team
No,
doesn't
they got
have.
coaches in a box. That
Yes,
gets the
but
same
they don't.
angles.
But okay, then
There's
you have
TVs in there.
You don't know. You can't watch a game during that. That's illegal.
You're telling me that in those boxes with those luxury suites next to them,
The luxury
they're
suite where the coaches are at, they have the computer, they have the different things, and they have to look down at the game. They're not watching ABC.
Bro, they've got all the same
listening
angles.
to Brent Musburger.
They've got all the same angles. I mean, technology now, they're showing the same replays in the stadium they're showing on TV.
I got that. But when you actually have it's just that's the reason. That's the whole rationale behind it. Technically, when he's not there, they can activate another coach so they can have their 10. The 10 coaches that you can have. Like, I'm not saying, I think if Nick negative and Nick want to coach, let him go on out there and coach from the field. But that's not a guy. That's a guy who already has every advantage that the NCAA can give you.
What do you mean? Is he negative?
He's taken 3 tests since the positive, and they've all come out negative.
Is that right?
That's what's being reported. So he's trying to buck the quarantine thing and says, "Look, I don't have it. Maybe it was a false positive."
I mean, how many tests would one have to take?
I thought it was two back-to-back
too.
negative tests.
I did too. I had not heard that part about the 3 negative tests. That's interesting. I mean, regardless, I think this could be like the game of the year regular season wise. Like, just the way these teams match up against each other. Who's it a worse matchup for? Like, I think it's a worse matchup for Alabama than Georgia. I'm not saying Georgia's going to win, but given the fact that Alabama's weakness is their defense right now, I think I think Georgia has that advantage. I still think Alabama finds a way to win. I just think when everything else is in question, you go to the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anybody's going to argue that the better quarterback's at Alabama. So, I mean, that's the reason why I'm picking Alabama. But if you just look at Georgia's DBs, Alabama's receivers, that is a phenomenal matchup, man.
I'm here for it. I'm curious to see.
What time is that kick?
8.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
CBS.
I'm so glad it's not the 3:30 game.
Which, is there one now that y'all don't have a game?
I'm sure they found somebody. It was 907 is saying no. If he has 3 negatives, he can coach. Everything up to this point has been positive. That's what we're getting on the Lifetime of Closures text line.
What I'm curious about is this.
No 3:30 game.
Is how can this keep happening? Like if you got or did you already have it and now it's run its course or what's that's what I'm like. Maybe that's what we get our guys. Maybe we should do that next week. Get our guys from Quick Draw to explain the testing aspect. Because how can you be positive on Tuesday and then you test positive again on Wednesday, then all of a sudden out the blue with nothing, it's negative. Like, is it because obviously if you're not
doing the same test,
are you doing this? Yeah, are you doing the same? That's really that's the only thing I would be curious about. Now, if it's the same test that he's taking the entire time, he probably is negative either way. But if Saban does what he wants to do anyway, so I don't. Whatever Saban says, he's going to do it.
Yeah, I'm searching all over for updates on this. I don't see anything as far as the negative tests go. He's got a radio show that just started an hour ago.
I pity the fool who gave Saban COVID for this game. It's got to be like, oh my God, I hope it's not like his wife, his daughter.
Wait, what did you say? You pity the fool what?
Who gave Saban COVID
It may have been
before
the
the
AD.
Georgia game. Oh yeah.
The AD tested positive.
What if he asked him to step down?
Ask the AD.
Yes.
He'd do it.
Yeah, he would
There's
be
people
forced to.
live, like there's live columns about his radio show. Saban said Sarkisian will be in charge.
Thank God.
And Saban couldn't go to the game even if he wanted because he has to be physically isolated. He thinks there should be a better way to allow an isolated coach to communicate with the sideline or coaches at the stadium.
Cell phones.
Saban said he doesn't want an assistant to have to make a tough call that doesn't work and get all the blame when he can't have any input because he's at home.
He also doesn't want somebody else to get the credit.
Correct. He said he feels completely fine. He's doing this via Zoom. He said he's doing everything he needs to do from here, from his home for now.
Seems dangerous.
Saban joked that he could get away from home when going to the office. Now he's getting on both ends with work stuff and from his wife, Terry. Says the live video angles he's getting from home is like watching film, but he can't rewind it.
We have an update from 4 minutes ago.
Okay.
Saban's radio show ended prematurely when there was some technical confusion. Saban looked frustrated.
And Terry went in there and pulled the cord. Said,
It's movie night.
I gave you a honeydew list. You're doing this radio show. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it is going to be interesting to see. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. I mean, what decisions? I mean, we're talking timeout decisions. We're talking go for it on fourth down decisions. We're talking about 2-point conversions. We're talking about all that kind of stuff, right? That really is
That's really what game management is what the head coach does.
Right.
Most of the time, your offensive coordinator does stuff, and I don't know if Saban's letting his D coordinator do this one or not, but you let your coordinators handle business, and you're really just like, all right, we need a timeout here, and you're giving advice or suggestion.
What if your coordinator on 4th and 1 is like, I'm going to have our halfback take the snap, roll out, and fumble the ball.
That's when the head coach is supposed to step in and say, hey, not on my watch.
What if your boy Sark just went wild on? So bump Saban. I'm going for every fourth down.
Oh, no punts.
We ain't punting.
I'm
calling an onside kick. That would be amazing.
Takes a shot.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Gets a little loose. Because I'm going to watch that game. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says.
Nick said I'm not allowed to go for 2.
I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to post is that what's in his Gatorade bottle? What's in his cup?
I'm warning you now.
Yeah, I'm letting you guys know every time.
Preview to your
every
Twitter.
time he makes a bad decision, I'm going to say he's drunk, and you're going to have to get over it or unfollow me. Is it insensitive?
Yes.
Yes. Has he really changed? Not from what I understand. So I don't care. If he was really working through it, like I would be more sensitive. But
how many ex-head coaches does Saban have on the staff, though? He's got
this
Charlie
round.
Strong.
I don't think Charles is there.
Yeah, isn't he?
Is it Champion of Life? Yeah, Charlie Strong.
Yeah,
is
Champion of Life is still there. The Tennessee coach, Butch Jones, of course, Sarkisian. I mean, I guess my point is, like, to get through one game, they got plenty of dudes that have made these decisions before. I mean, some of them have made them not sober, but I mean,
Freddie Roach. This can't be the same Freddie Roach I know. The boxing
the
trainer.
best decisions ever. So I mean, I don't know if it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
Sal Sunseri, he used to coach somewhere, right?
He used to coach at Florida and Florida State.
He was never a head coach.
Oh,
yeah.
He's a good guy though. Good recruiter.
There was a video trending today of the last time Alabama took the field without Saban on the sidelines, and it was like an interim coach. Damn, I forget this guy's name, but he was so country, and they were playing Oklahoma State, and they lost.
That was when they fired the guy before Saban.
Yeah, I was like, man, times have really changed over
I wonder
there.
who that was. I wonder. Yeah, I'm looking at it, but I can't. Let me see who it was, because now you've got me really curious. Nick Saban. Joe Kynes.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. That's my dog.
You know him?
That he coached at Florida State. He was a linebackers coach.
He was at Arkansas.
Okay,
He
listen.
was the head coach
all
at
right,
Arkansas.
you
right?
guys got to listen to this.
Our boy, he texted us. That's his uncle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen to this.
That's how
he
Kynes
sounds like he's Coach O's dad.
Coach Kynes, it's been a while since you were the head coach. What do you tell your team
at
halftime?
We just got to stop that little inside trap. You know, the option didn't hurt us much.
So,
we played pretty hard. We just got to stop.
Eddie O's a fraud. He is copying Joe Kynes.
Funny story. Exactly. Funny story. Come here. Listen, son.
You sound like Patrick Mahomes.
You did good.
Yes.
But you're still the worst on the team.
He said that to someone.
He's like, Tiger! Tiger! Repeat it! That's all I heard my freshman year.
Apparently, he doesn't curse, but he says, like...
He gets close.
Yeah, he says, like, stomp on my foot. Like, that's his saying, which seems strange.
I'm going down the rabbit
He's
hole.
Really
with Joe
smart
Kynes now. Talk about a career. Like, he coached from 1976 all the way through 2009. He was defense coordinator at Texas A&M, was his last job. He started at Jacksonville State. Listen to this list of schools he coached at: Clemson, Florida, Alabama, the Bucks, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida State, Alabama, Texas A&M.
So this was in 2006. Saturday will be day 5,042 since that.
Wow.
That's how long Saban's been there now.
It's actually really interesting.
And and they lost that game to Oklahoma State as well.
Joe Kynes in his head coaching career was 3-7-1.
That's not his.
We didn't even finish the interview, Gene.
So then we kind of sputtered around, got the ball in the end zone. Defensively, we got to get out off the field on that 2-minute drive.
With key injuries to your offensive line, what do you do in the second half?
Oh, we're just going to play. We just got to keep playing.
Dude,
on second, okay, so I haven't lived through being coached by Coach Kynes. I no longer want my son to play for Coach O. That annoyed the hell out of me. Like, he was a good coach. It's just his voice was just sounded like a rabbit was stuck in his throat. He was scratching his esophagus while he was talking.
Do y'all want a Joe Kynes trivia?
Please.
Okay, of course. That's what I live for.
He was born July 13th, 1944, in a train car.
I love that.
That was en route from Cedartown, Georgia to Piedmont, Alabama.
My mama was going to vote for FDR.
Wow. In a train car. Wow. All right, we got to take another break. We'll come back. 8 o'clock coming up next.
Start game day 5 hours early with the 1010XL kickoff show, presented by TIAA Bank and Kohler Homes Windows and Doors.
Let's do this, shall we?
With Lauren Brooks, Hayes Carla, and Fat Tony.
We got a lot of work to do. Let's get it going.
On 1010XL.
Hi, I'm professional golfer Russell Knox, and when it came time for me to purchase my home, I was looking for professionals to guide me through the buying process, and I chose Exit Real Estate Gallery. The professionals were enjoyable to work with and made all the transactions very easy, and I would definitely recommend using Exit Real Estate Gallery to purchase your home.
Thanks, Russell. If you're looking to buy or sell your one-stop in Jacksonville, Exit Real Estate Gallery. Go online right now at propertyinjax.com.
As humans, we ask ourselves all kinds of questions. But what if we were forced to ask ourselves a question every day that affected the outcome of the most basic things, the most important things in our lives? The question is, what is your sexual orientation or gender identity? And the answer is the difference between keeping your job or getting fired. The answer is the difference between staying in your home or getting evicted. The answer is the difference between receiving medical treatment or not. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against people based on their answer to this question. LGBT Americans have the right to say I do, but they don't have the same basic rights as everyone else. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
Jaguars fans, you could win big when you buy a ticket to the Jaguars 50-50 raffle presented by Duval Motor Group. Even if you can't make it on game day, you can buy your tickets from anywhere in the state for both home and away games at jaguars5050.com. As a bonus, tickets are buy one, get one prior to kickoff. One winner takes half the jackpot. The remaining half benefits the Jaguars Foundation's charitable programs. Visit jaguars5050.com today and buy your tickets now.
Lauren Brooks here, and I have a new favorite place for buying the freshest seafood in town. Fisherman's Dock, founded right here on the First Coast and recently voted Best Seafood Market in Jacksonville by the readers of Jacksonville Magazine. All 4 locations carry the absolute best selection of fresh seafood from around the world. They make it easy for you to enjoy the freshest seafood at home.
Fisherman's Dock, where seafood lovers shop. Fisherman's Dock, the ultimate seafood shop.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I just cannot say enough good things about my friends at Pella Windows and Doors. They have the highest quality products, the strongest limited warranties in the industry, and they just flat out look amazing. But don't just take my word for it. Consumer Reports still has Pella rated #1 in all 3 major window categories, so why not go with the best? Call them today or visit the Pella showroom, and be sure to ask about the latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows. That's Pella Windows and Doors on Phillips Highway, and tell them Mike sent you.
The flagship station of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Ackerman Urology gives you the home field advantage. Don't trust your sexual health to the internet. Our local urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Don't ignore symptoms that hold you back. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less. Big news from Captain's Choice Tackle. We now have a new website, captainschoicetackle.com.
Yeah, so now if you want to purchase our hand-tied rigs, such as pompano rigs in 5 different colors, whiting rigs with J-hooks and circle hooks, offshore bottom rigs, whether it's single or double, kingfish rigs, you name it. If you go to captainschoicetackle.com.
Hey, folks, don't forget, though, you can still purchase our rigs at numerous locations, such as Oldest City Bait and Tackle, Janung's Bait and Tackle, Bemis Tackle, and, of course, Strike Zone.
Kevin.
Well, buddy.
Buddy, you missed a couple. Come on, man. Also available at Palm Valley Outdoors and Hagen Ace Hardware in Green Cove Springs.
So if you want to fish with the best hand-tied rigs, you can still find us at some great stores. Oldest City Bait and Tackle, Janung's Bait and Tackle, Bemis Bait and Tackle, and of course, Strike Zone, Palm Valley Outdoors, and Hagen Ace in Green Cove Springs, or just go to captainschoicetackle.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
Gotta let it breathe. The greatest segment on our show, 8 o'clock. Brought to you by us now. So 8 o'clock each and every day that we have the show. We gotta start doing that. Didn't we say that? 15 seconds gonna do the reels? With the people just letting people go out find the hate in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Community of hate.
Yep. Reels, TikToks, the whole thing.
Yeah.
We need to. It's like we want to spread the love by spreading the hate. We want people to get it out. We're not trying to spread hate.
That's just mine is pretty much like stupid people bother me.
Okay.
Like I don't know if I should it just really every day like people find new is it more dumb or is it dumber? Just dumber. Dumber,
Just
right?
dumber.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Find dumber ways to regurgitate the same damn information. And I love college. I love football. But, man, I like winning. And I want some good kids.
Is this another Florida State hate?
Well, it's the moving goalpost thing.
There is so much to hate on.
Yeah, like, for example, one, we talked about, well, no, we didn't talk about it. I talked about it with Baloo about young Brandon Jennings. Congratulations. I know he's going to be great. His father was dope, and his sons are really good. But the excuse for why we weren't getting elite prospects was because of COVID, which is understandable when
Be specific. Like,
oh, well, we are not getting kids because they can't come on campus and they can't see the facilities. Our facilities haven't changed. Most of these guys that they're recruiting, if they're from the state of Florida, you know what they've been to? Probably been to a spring game before. Like, I get it. You want to meet the new staff, but that's for phones, Zoom calls. My point is everybody else is adjusting to this and not making COVID excuses.
that's a terrible excuse for a kid that lives 2.5 hours from there.
Facts. And whose dad went there?
Played there, yes.
He is, but here's where it gets even more magnified. So the rumor, because crystal ball, because anything can happen. He commits tomorrow.
He released his 3, right?
Yeah. And we're not in that.
Right.
You know what he hasn't done with those 3? Gone because of COVID.
What was it? It was LSU. Was it LSU?
Michigan.
Who's the third one?
And I think was it Clemson? I forgot. I don't have it right here in front of me. But
I'll look it up.
Bottom line is this: the rumor is that he's going to Michigan, where he has not been since 2019. COVID is not preventing Michigan from having kids commit without seeing their facilities. That's interesting to me. But bigger than that, we have media that writes about every time somebody hits the transfer portal. It's any good.
Before you go there, can I tell you something about Michigan?
Sure.
Because we always down them. Their COVID recruiting plan has been amazing. I have.
That's where I want to get to.
Yeah, I have a quarterback being recruited by them hard, and they have been unbelievable.
It's the COVID strategy that the good people have, and we just don't have that. But
what does that consist of that's different from other schools?
Oklahoma has one that's really good. Like their Zoom tour of their facilities is immaculate.
That's a good idea.
Like, it's not just like, hey, I'm on FaceTime.
Right.
Let's walk around and see
with
this.
Like
no,
480p quality.
Yeah, there is a plan. You're there. It is a presentation. It's almost as if they paid people,
of course,
to come up with something that would wow and woo recruits. And we just sat there and let's
try to do this.
But to our defense at my alma mater, we are just getting in the edit game. So we're just getting in that game, like I'm going to make some cool edits.
You did have
we had MLK,
social media advisor. Yeah,
we did have MLK at one point
in a glove,
with a glove,
Nike glove.
We just missed on a left tackle.
Are you
that was transferring, and he's going to Michigan. But every time something like this happens, a fan comes up and says, I don't want those 4 and 5-star kids that don't want to be here. Give me those 3 stars that work hard. And we'll bring it back, and then we'll get the 4 and 5 stars.
Hoodies.
And I'm like, so you're saying I don't want the good kids. Give me that everybody wants. Give me a bunch of guys that nobody really wants but have good hearts so that we can win games to eventually go get the good kids who everybody wants. That doesn't make any sense what I just said, did it?
It doesn't. You lost me. Yeah.
And that's what these people are going on Twitter every day telling, and this is the part that baffles me. Like, I forget, I did this. Not just played, trained kids, seen the visits, done this stuff. Like, that's not how any of this works. Even development is how you don't have bust at 4 and 5 stars. Or 3 stars or 2 stars. That development is how you make a 2 or a 3-star perform to the level of a 4 or 5-star.
You got to pick the right 2 or 3.
Right, but what I'm saying is if you don't have a good plan, it don't matter what star they are. They're going to all look, they're going to all stink. Our 4 and 5 stars right now, perfect example is not Landon Collins. The offensive lineman, it was a left tackle at Florida State, went to Bama.
Alex Leatherwood. Was that him? No.
I don't think this is. Anyways, point is, whatever. People know he left Florida State, went there, and looks absolutely nothing like what he looked at under Jimbo or Tag.
In a good way.
In a good way. Is balling. That's an example of a 4 or 5 star that gets put into a good situation. And you know what he did? He develops, and that's good. It's easier to develop 4 and 5 stars and have more success. We'll never beat Clemson with I'm sorry, that Charlotte offensive line, while they did very good and it was admirable, we'll never beat Clemson with a bunch of 5'9", 300-pound linemen who have great hearts. Great hearts don't win games.
You're in one other thing about the 4 and 5 star guys. You know what helps develop them?
Culture,
competition.
Yep.
If they get into a situation to where they are the big guy on campus to start, that's not development. If they're getting in there with other 4 and 5 star guys that have been in the program for 2 years, and it's either sink or swim, that's when they
alpha males. Then somebody rises to the top.
Landon Dickerson.
That's it, Landon Dickerson.
Oh. Yeah, Landon Dickerson.
Starting at Alabama.
Yeah.
Couldn't even see the feet, like was hurt all the time at FSU.
Probably a 1st or 2nd round pick.
Probably. He got that good steroid stuff that they put in there to where their bodies don't break down. And now but I mean, like, who wouldn't want?
OSTARINE.
I hate losers. Like, do you go out? So like this, like if you got a chance to shoot your shot, I guess this answers my question though. Like I would like the fine chick over there, right there. That everybody's wanting. You're like, man, I really like her. I want to procreate with the fine chick or the cross-eyed lady with a good heart.
Man,
no, I'm saying, just saying, like she got a good heart. She's a good person. I'm not saying that the fine chick isn't a good person, but like
I've seen cross-eyed chicks with a fat ass though.
No,
so.
but that's what I was going to say.
But
you said it. But I'm like, and that's cool.
I'm with you.
But what I'm saying is, you could develop that. It's cool.
True.
You can do a lot with that. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to deny myself the person over here to the right if I believe I'm of that caliber. Losers drop their standard and their morals because they're losers. I don't need your loser blood infecting other people.
If JJ does not isolate the quote that he just gave us,
I like that though.
That better be played multiple times on the Sports Den, JJ. Like that was quality quotation right there. And what's great about it is I even know who you were thinking about when you said that.
Do you?
Yes.
Because I don't even know.
Cross-eyed person with a fat ass that we all know.
She ain't cross-eyed, but he showed me the picture of the lady.
Oh, she looks good.
Am I missing?
Let's just say someone that's about to be in a high position in America.
That's going
has
through
a little dump.
Congressional hearings right now.
Yeah.
She got a cross-eyed. She's cross-eyed.
No, it's the other thing.
No.
ABC.
She's
I gotta look. Now that's sports related.
I'll text it to you.
Okay, never mind. You'll text. Thank you. Take away. Because
I was shocked.
That's strength and conditioning right
shocked.
there. That's going through a program.
Yes.
That's going
dips and
you're walking a fine line right now, James.
I'm never getting credentialed anyway, so I don't care. He's not going to be if this is the way he's recruiting and this is what the fan. He won't be here in 5 years.
Line with fans, with FSU fans right now.
Man, listen.
How do they not feel the same way?
No, some of them. What happens is I'm holding up a mirror to what a lot of people have been doing the last 2 years, and they don't like the reflection that they're seeing. Everything that I say is literally what they've been saying the last 2 years about William Jerome, and they were right. I'm willing to admit that they were right.
So they should be able to do the same.
They should be able to say, you know what, this is why we ran a guy off in less than 2 years. And that's okay. Because the difference between me is I'm not suggesting fire Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm suggesting that you don't say it's okay. Like you sit there and you're like, hey, we're not happy. We know you're going to be the guy, but let's kick it up a notch.
When did the fire Willie really heat up? Not like
it was like
it was
simmering.
The first season,
it was simmering the first season. After the Virginia Tech loss, a lot of people were like, "Yo, that's not how we thought this was going to go." Okay, this
wait,
is
wasn't
bad.
that week one?
Week one.
Game.
No,
oh my god!
Like,
no, but I'm talking about
a lot. It was a lot going into that. really after the Boise game is really when you
Definitely.
started. Matter of fact, after the Boise game is when I started getting text messages and inboxes about them already communicating with people. So he never
like other coaches.
He didn't
So
really.
when
If
will
he
that-
didn't come out winning 3 games in a row, he never stood a chance.
And I know you're going to tell me they can't do it because of money. I already know that. But when will that start happening with Mike Norvell?
If he goes into next season and it doesn't change, which it's going to be tough to say that because there's a lot of other things going on. If the end of next season looks similar to what this season,
the beginning of next season, you mean?
Yeah, beginning. Then he'll hear it all through
Who's your
second
first game
year.
next year?
Notre Dame.
Luckily, the bar is so low. Like this season, he's going to set the bar so low that there's no way it can
that's
be
actually where I was going. I actually think he's going to get more
time.
Yeah, because
he sucked
when
worse.
Willie came, because when Willie came in, it was still Florida State.
True.
Right.
It was still like
you could still smell that
the
national title
expectations.
from a few
Right.
years
Right. Now you're 2 years about to be 3 years removed from that, and a lot of expectations have come way down.
And that's not how. That's how you become Nebraska
or Miami.
Agree. No,
not even
agree.
Miami. Miami has one thing I'll say. Miami every year believes they're back. That's not changing. The fan base won't change that, and they'll get rid of a coach in a heartbeat. And
That's
what's
true.
scarier than Nebraska? Actually, Texas has a standard. They recruit well and just can't win. But yeah, I don't want to be Nebraska.
Shocks me, man. I was wrong on Tom Herman.
We were all, but you had a, but you couldn't think that would. But what that tells me though, and what did I always say? Like people can say whatever. I've always said this about Dan Mullen. Why I thought he'd be successful. He could coach, and he's done it on a Power 5 level.
Yeah,
and I think there's something to be said
I thought
about
Tom
that.
Herman was can't miss.
But I think there's something to be said about, like, especially in today's game, about coming from Power 5 expectations and understanding how to do as a head coach and going like so. Give me because I said Stoops. I didn't want, and I'm talking about Mark.
Yeah.
But now, if I can really have it all over again, give me Mark.
Yeah.
Because Mark has done it pretty good at Kentucky.
Still doing it.
And still, yeah, I mean, it's just he's never really taken that next leap, much like Mullen.
Mm-hmm.
But like, man, maybe if he was in a better situation,
that school, it's like impossible to take a next.
Right, I think he's maximized them out. Give me Mark Stoops,
bro. Their facilities are insanely good.
Can you thank Calipari for that?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm talking about their football facilities.
Right.
I'm
just saying in general. I bet the basketball program brings in hella cash.
Oh no doubt.
But they have good ass crowds for the football games.
Oh yeah, no, it's he has completely changed the culture of Kentucky. They used to have like
nobody.
Yeah, 15 people there. And now he is like people are excited about it.
They're competitive.
There are expectations. It's not the same expectations that Florida has or that Alabama has or anybody like that, but there's expectations by Kentucky standards, and they perform. You know what? Let's take a break because I want to get back and I want to spend, while we're on coaches, I want to spend a segment on Mike Leach and Ed Orgeron. Like we need to have a discussion about where we stand with both of these novelty figures that are Leach and Orgeron. We'll do that coming up next.
Everyone thinks they can pick winners. What about you?
I can do it!
Enter the 1010XL Weekly Football Pick'em Contest, brought to you by MyBookie and J. David Tax Law.
Win delicious food from Moe's Southwest Grill.
Log on to 1010XL.com.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, Maryland style crab house. Right here in Jacksonville, they're up. The guidelines remain the same. All right, distances between tables, all employees masked and gloved. Tableware and chairs sanitized after every use. Now, curbside pickup available. Open each and every day except for Monday, 4:30 through 9. For the best, just go to the bluecrabcrabhouse.com, located on Julington Creek Road.
Water and staying hydrated is one of the keys to life. It's essential. Your body's made up mostly of it. Make sure you're putting the best inside of your body. That's Alka-Vita alkaline water. It's got a high pH. It's at 8. And basically when you drink that, it helps your insides. It helps you get hydrated more. It helps flush out your body, flush out all those toxins, especially during football season when you're eating a lot of bad stuff and you're drinking a lot of bad stuff. Go to alkavita.life to check them out. Check out all the different locations in the city of Jacksonville. They're doing a pop-up shop on October 17th in the Regency Square Mall where you can meet them and try the water. Alkavita.life, Alkavita alkaline water.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Ram Power Days.
We're having a huge sale on all new Ram trucks, and we want your trade, running or not. Trade in and trade up at Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Bank Meadows. Save up to $14,000 off MSRP on select Ram trucks. That's right, $14,000. Nobody can beat our selection. We'll have the one you want. Get 0% and make no payments for 90 days. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, I-295 and Bank Meadows.
Start off this football season with $50 off a set of Yokohama tires. Mike Dempsey here for Tire Outlet. Tire Outlet has 12 locations all over Northeast Florida and literally wholesale prices to the public and full automotive repair. It's your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. But right now, for $50 off a set of Yokohama tires, go to tireoutlet.com/offers.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000, and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbbs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010xl.com.
I'm Coach Ellen Darley with Darley's Plumbing. You know I'm a baseball fan, so here's a wild pitch to you about our services. Some plumbing companies are sneaky about stealing from your wallet, while I prefer stolen bases. And just like baseball has unwritten rules, well, plumbing does too. We say, crack of the bat, good. Crack of the plumber, bad. So our team shows up in uniform, ready to work with no curveballs. And like a closer, you can save the day with Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts. Online at darleysplumbing.com.
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
His resume is how he played in the season.
Brought to you by Wingstop.
I down blocked with all my phone, and he did not move.
Weekdays at noon on 1010XL.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Youth sports are getting back into full swing, so you know what that means. Custom Yetis so dads can keep their beer or sodas cold. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, things may have gotten tougher lately. You're probably looking for savings wherever you can find them. So you may be surprised to hear that most small businesses overpay for workers' compensation insurance. Many insurance companies just aren't set up to give small businesses the savings they deserve. But Pi Insurance was created to change that. We serve small businesses exclusively, and we can save you up to 30%. You owe it to yourself to find out if you're overpaying. Just get a quote right now from your computer or smartphone at trypi.com. Pi Insurance is a no-brainer with our simple online experience and outstanding service. We are rated excellent on Trustpilot by our customers, who tell us Pi is fast, affordable, and easy to work with. As easy as pie, in fact. Savings matter now more than ever. Isn't it worth taking 3 minutes to find out if you're overpaying for workers' comp? Ask your insurance agent for Pi Insurance or get a quote today at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
This is the Sports Den, brought to you by thehumidor.com. Type in Sports Den for 20% off. That's a good stress relief, but something that's better for your life and keeps you healthy is alkaline water. Alkavita Life is the best stuff that you could drink, locally owned here in Jacksonville. If you go to Alkavita, ALKAVITA.com Life. You can go order it online. They'll deliver it to you, or there's numerous locations around the city of Jacksonville. I drink it. I try to stay hydrated and moisturized because I don't want my hairline to recede. And I think that's how
the real reason.
that is how I'm attacking this stress and this COVID and stupid FSU fans. I have to stay hydrated. I have to. Alcavita life.
I'll tell you, as you get older, I'm buying into the whole hydration thing like completely.
TB12.
Yeah, I mean, it is amazing how much better you feel when like you focus on how much water you're drinking. I'm drinking 8. I've always drank a lot, but I'm drinking a lot more right now. I feel a million times better.
Like, what's a lot?
Oh gosh.
Bottles of waters wise.
This one is 33.8 ounces, and I'll drink 8 of these in a day.
8?
Yeah.
How much time do you spend in the bathroom?
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. But it's clear.
It's a healthy flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
It's all good to go. Ed Orgeron, Mike Leach. Both heralded coaches coming into the year that were very much novelties because of their actions off the field or even some of their actions on the field. Mike Leach comes out like blazing week 1. I mean, the air raid's going to take over the SEC.
We definitely might have slightly overreacted to that one.
We're part of that.
What's so crazy about this, though, in a year where the SEC's not playing any defense at all, they can't do anything on offense. Like, it's almost like everybody's, SEC homers are, oh, yeah, I knew that we'd figure that out. Man, stop. People scoring 40 points every week in the SEC. It's not, you didn't figure anything out. Nobody figured anything out. It's maybe just not any good adjustments. But what's crazy is Mississippi State's defense is legit. That's been the weird thing. But, yeah, I think you're right. I think we definitely jumped. I mean, they went up. LSU put a 44 burger up. And then go into Arkansas. No, they played Arkansas at home.
Yeah, it was in Mississippi, but it was against Arkansas.
And they only scored 14. And then they go to Kentucky and they get shut out. They scored 2 because of a snap like I've never seen before in my life. Did you see that, James?
Mm-mm.
The deep snapper for Kentucky, they were snapping it at the 40. My man sailed it to the 5.
And then they kicked it out of the back of the end zone. Smart.
Yeah. But he waited. It was really smart because he waited till it got in the end zone. Because if he'd have kicked it at the 1, Mississippi State could have taken it at the 1.
Oh.
Do you think it's maybe just Costello? Dude, there was 6 interceptions in that game.
That would do it for you.
He threw 4.
He
They
got
brought
benched.
another guy in, and he threw 2.
Yeah, they brought in this poor freshman.
Rogers.
And he came into the game.
Will Rogers.
Yeah, Will Rogers. He came into the game, and it's like they didn't even really mention Costello was benched. And I was watching the game, and I'm like, man, this quarterback's like all fired up. And then he throws one ball, and they're like, oh, they benched KJ Costello, and this is Will Rogers, freshman from Mississippi. About 3 throws in, I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to end well for the young man at all. And then you go to LSU, and they're 1-2 with their only win coming against Vanderbilt. The team that we just said can't score on anybody put 44 up against them. Missouri put 45 up against them. They had a chance to win the Missouri game. Did you see that?
No.
They had 1st and goal at the 4
They got
to win.
stopped. That's the one they got.
Yes.
The one I got. I didn't
4
see it, but I heard about it. It's 4?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's going to go down in like Missouri lore.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Where were you?
When we beat the national champions.
And I get, like, I was the one on here screaming when the preseason polls came out and LSU was like 6. I'm like, that's stupid. You can't lose that many people. Your OC, your DC.
They do this, though. Because you got to remember, LSU's not too far removed from losing to Troy.
Yeah, the year before the national title.
Yeah, I mean, I see that doesn't
Like,
affect
he
me the
was
way it affects
so
a lot of
close
people.
to
Like,
being fired.
I get those games once in a. If you got one of those games in a decade, cool.
They were
mean,
like 8 wins that year.
Yeah, I just. Bottom line is, we are very pro Ed Orgeron, and at times we have been very pro Mike Leach. do we stay pro because of their personalities, or do we have to be hard on them now? Like JJ came right out Monday and said Ed Orgeron's a fraud.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't. They lost to Troy in 2017. Sorry about that. They actually beat Miami in 2018. Forgot about that.
I mean, you really think he's a fraud?
Yes, because he's never done anything as a head coach before last year. He had the two greatest coordinators, it seems like. And then he had the best quarterback year that I've ever seen in college football. And then you immediately take that away, and he's back to what he was before.
Yeah, remember LSU tried to fire Ed Orgeron.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that he's not amazing at recruiting or anything like that. But on the field coaching, he's got to be terrible.
I mean, he's 41-11.
That's not great.
It's not?
Not for not to be the LSU coach.
His overall
every fourth game you lose.
His overall head coaching record is 57-38.
So that's USC. Where else was he at?
That's it, right? No, had to be more than that because wasn't he just the interim at USC?
He was at Ole Miss. I forgot about that.
That's right. He was at Ole Miss. He was at Ole Miss.
He wasn't any good there, right?
No,
because he was in that movie Blindside, right?
Never seen it.
Really?
He was the coach that recruited Blindside?
I think so.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
because big guy.
How much
likes to eat? I can see that.
How much are we putting this on?
They only won 3 games in 2005. One was against Citadel. One was against Kentucky. One was against Memphis. They were 1-7 in the conference.
Wait a second.
In the year after that, they were 4-8.
Wait.
2-6 in the conference.
Wait. I'm reading something we did not know about Ed Orgeron. Do you remember how we went on and on and on about his wife and how they met?
I'm sure if you ask him now, he might be a little bit different.
Did y'all know that was his second wife?
Oh, I
Wait a
didn't.
minute. Oh, I didn't know. So was the
So
first
he's going
wife...
for number 3 now.
So Orgeron
no
was.
way. He's got to be done at this point, right?
I mean, not if he keeps losing. He was previously married to Colleen Orgeron.
What's Colleen doing with her life?
Then it says he met his second wife, Kelly, at the 1996 Liberty Bowl.
Oh, so he was young married the first time.
How old is Eddie O? Eddie is... He's 60, dude. He's 59. So 96.
24 years ago.
He was born in 61. So, no, I mean...
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But remember how we thought they were like high school sweethearts? He met him at a bowl game. He met her at a bowl game.
I mean, was she in high school? And was she a sweetheart?
I don't know.
I mean, like he might
He
not
didn't
have
say it
been
was my high school sweetheart.
I'm trying to find Colleen.
Colleen was the first wife.
Yeah, I'm saying I want to know some. Is that
And
what
then-
Colleen looks like? Colleen not bad.
Really?
Yeah, Ed know how to pick them, man. Now, the new guy, I might be
The new guy?
biased.
Whoa.
I'm sure he's not new. He
Lifestyle
might have been
change?
around for a while. Like,
What are you talking
he's
about?
not. I'm looking up Colleen Orgeron on Pinterest right now, and he's not Eddie O.
Oh, her new guy.
her new guy.
Her new guy is not.
I
Eddie
thought you
O.
were insinuating that he was married to a man now.
No.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying.
Did you know that Orgeron's fourth cousin, Joseph Orgeron, was elected to the Louisiana House of Representatives in July 2020?
Makes sense. You got to know how to speak the language.
If your name is Orgeron and you're on that ballot, you're getting.
That's what I was going to say. Joseph is a genius. They've never even met. Do you know your
picked
fourth
one
cousin?
year.
I don't know how. What is that?
don't even
How do
know
I
my
get to my
second
fourth
cousin.
cousin?
Right.
I know my second cousins, but I don't know any. Like, how do I get to the?
I don't know.
Is the third cousins their kids? Like, how does that?
I don't even know. I don't even know what a fourth cousin is. But this dude last year was like, my last name's Orgeron. I ain't got no job.
Running for office.
I'm running
I
for
do.
office.
Smart.
Yeah. I'm doing some research into him now.
Jeb Bush was like, yeah,
Works. All right, we got to take our final break. We'll be right back to wrap up the Sports Den.
During football season, you'll find first-class tailgate parties all over the First Coast. Get yourself entered in the ultimate tailgate. Win a family barbecue feast from Sonny's Barbecue.
Want a bite?
Enter now at 1010xl.com.
All offers are with approved credit and not a conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Ram Power Days.
We're going to tailgate in style all month long. Bring yourself in for a really fun test drive in a new Ram truck, and we'll supply the tailgate at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington. Right now, drive home a new Ram and save up to $14,000 off MSRP. Get a new Ram Bighorn and pay as little as $339 a month. Take advantage of 0% financing and make no payments for 90 days. They're all on sale, and prices have never been better. Drive a new Dodge Challenger or Journey and save up to $5,000. Get up to $6,000 off Charger. See our inventory at #1CJD.com. Don't pass or punt. Make a dash for 9600 Atlantic Boulevard and save a ton of cash. It's a tailgate party of savings at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington, 9600 Atlantic Boulevard, across from the Regency Square Mall.
As humans, we ask ourselves all kinds of questions. But what if we were forced to ask ourselves a question every day that affected the outcome of the most basic things, the most important things in our lives? The question is, what is your sexual orientation or gender identity? And the answer is the difference between keeping your job or getting fired. The answer is the difference between staying in your home or getting evicted. The answer is the difference between receiving medical treatment or not. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against people based on their answer to this question. LGBT Americans have the right to say I do, but they don't have the same basic rights as everyone else. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
Get local wealth and finance advice from someone who's navigating the markets every day. Financial and tax planning, stock market trends, small business, and more. Navigating turbulent markets with Chris Rochelle, Saturday morning at 11 on 1010XL.
Hello, I'm Eddie Farah. If you're injured on the job, your rights are determined by the Workers' Compensation Statute. Under Florida law, your employer must have workers' compensation coverage if they have 4 or more employees. If it's a construction job, then your employer must have coverage with only 1 employee on the payroll. When these coverages don't exist, you may be cleared to sue your employer for all of your financial losses, including pain and suffering. We often see situations when the injured worker has an additional claim, such as when you're on the job and you're struck by a negligent driver, or a defective piece of machinery causes you injury. That's why it's so important to always conduct a thorough investigation of how your injury happened. These are tough economic times, and we want you to know your rights. Go to farahandfarah.com or call us at 396-5555. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family since 1979. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey guys, I want to take a break here because I'm so excited to talk to you all about this experience Eric Dunn and I are hosting this season called Jags at Home. This thing is for anyone that could use an extra $10,000. I mean, who couldn't? And the Jaguars are actually giving away $2,500 every quarter of every game to whoever predicts the outcome of the game most accurately. Will the Jaguars convert this third down? What will be the result of this red zone trip? If you think you know football and the Jaguars, why are you letting other people take this money that should be yours? It's not like if you top the leaderboard, you have a chance to win. If you top the leaderboard, you will win $2,500 every quarter, every game. Seriously. So when you're watching the game every week, visit jagsathome.com on a mobile device, tablet, or even a desktop. And come get this money. Even better, you get to hang out with me and Eric Dunn while we chat it up during breaks. Again, that's jagsathome.com. We'll see you there.
What are you looking at?
Well, by not eating out or taking that family vacation this year,
We've got some budget left
For that backyard oasis I've been talking about?
Well, we all would enjoy that upgraded space for years to come.
Oh, I see it now. A summer kitchen with a Fire Magic grill, a sink, a fridge.
A nice pergola for shade.
I'll call Construction Solutions and Supply and schedule an appointment for us to visit their showroom.
I'm already online at their website, cssoutdoor.com.
cssoutdoor.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
As we wrap up the week, I guess until Sunday, the post-game show, I forgot to mention next week I'm pulling double duty. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I will be on the Franchi show because Frank will be on vacation. So I'll be doing that and this. I'm pulling the James Coleman schedule.
Nice.
Next week.
Is it just you?
No, it's can you imagine me just
4
me?
hours?
Oh my gosh. I'd resign like halfway through the first show.
So Lauren Brooks, I mean, you're basically part of that show now anyways.
Yeah. On Thursdays.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they give you food there?
No, I haven't gotten any.
That's
another
appalling.
conveison for another day,
show
actually.
up,
I have.
though? And you don't get food.
I haven't asked. Like, I come in, I do my 2 segments, I leave. I don't have time to eat.
I'm going to need a take-home box.
That's fair. Maybe I'll start asking.
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to be paid in chicken wings.
Yes.
All right, we got to go. We'll talk to you guys on Sunday night after the big Jags victory. Game of the week in the NFL, Jags-Lions. We'll be back here at 8 o'clock on Sunday. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll talk to you then.
Catch high school football play-by-play on 1010XL.
This is Tim Krause of the Bishop Kenny Crusaders. We're back home on Friday night facing Westside. You can hear the game live at 7 p.m. on 92.5 FM.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Ram Power Days.
We're having a huge sale on all new Ram trucks, and we want your trade, running or not. Trade in and trade up at Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Benton, Meadows. Save up to $14,000 off MSRP on select Ram trucks. That's right, $14,000. Nobody can beat our selection. We'll have the one you want. Get 0% and make no payments for 90 days. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, I-295 and Benton, Meadows.
Home tailgate, Donato's Pizza style for your favorite college and pro football games. It's the Donato's Pick 6 bundle with 2 14-inch edge-to-edge one-topping pizzas, 2 full orders of traditional wings, and 2 2-liters of any Pepsi product, all for $49.99 with promo code 335. Fresh, fun, delicious, and delivered, Donato's is in Jax Beach and ready to deliver to you. Stop in, call, or order online now to reserve your Pick 6 bundle today.
You know Diamonds Direct is the proven value leader in diamonds. It's